blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and the republic, and of those whose interests you have committed to our time. Amen. Thank you. Welcome, Madam Dominique. Please take a seat.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this committee. Madam Dominique, kindly hand over your original and certified copies and your ID to the staff next to you. Madam Nominee, as a requirement and procedure, I'd like to confirm if you Ms. Levine Kitene.
Yes, I am.
And as a requirement of law, we shall administer an oath of affirmation before we start. Clerk, kindly administer the oath.
Tema, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee on the matters under this consideration shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you so much. Once again, welcome to this committee. This is the Committee on ICT and Research, a committee founded in the Kilifi County Assembly Standing Order, whose mandate, among others, is to vet and approve nominees in chief, appointed by the Governor for the position of County Chief Officer in charge of ICT and e-government. We will engage you to determine your suitability or otherwise in holding the office which you have been nominated, pending your appointment or otherwise. This committee is chaired by myself, Honorable Oscar Ihawanje, representing the great people of Ghana. I invite our members to introduce themselves, starting with the Vice Chairperson, and later on the staff are going to introduce themselves.
Sophia Bilal Chacha, I am of this committee.
Honorable Zero,
Member of this committee. Teresa Mason, member of this committee.
Honorable William Fondo, member of this committee.
Adrian Stevie, member of this committee.
Ronald Kaparo Karibi, member of this committee. Honorable Salamo Mika,
Honorable Franco Sia, member of the committee.
The Secretariat and the subordinate staff and the five myself and the myself.
William Badalo, principal. Camilo Pagodi, member of the committee.
Alejandro Camilo, council.
Thank you so much. We have the presence of the gallery, acknowledge your presence. Members, any member who has a conflict of interest can declare it now. Madam Nominee, we are going to engage you to establish your suitability or otherwise to hold the office to which you have been nominated, and we expect that you will answer all the questions put to you clearly and precisely. We expect that you will address the committee through the chair, and also our members shall be asking you questions through the chair. So feel free, relax, and tell us whatever we ask you to. We shall give you time to tell us your story and who you are and your journey through life to where you are now. But before that, we need to comply with the few basics. Madam Nominee, please confirm the following so that you can go on record. Do you have a tax compliance certificate?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a certificate of clearance from the Higher Education Loan?
Yes, I do.
Do you have clearance with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission?
Yes, I do.
Do you have clearance certificate from the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, Good Honor?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever been charged or convicted to any offense in any court of law?
No.
Are you a member of any political party?
No.
Are you a citizen of any other country apart from Kenya?
No.
Okay, Madam Nominee, it's now your time and chance to introduce yourself and tell us about the event.
Through the chair, thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity.
Kindly out.
Through the chair, thank you, honorable members, for giving me this opportunity to take you through full hearing this. As I said, with the first question that has been asked, or the task that have been given, to take you through who I am. I am currently working for Safaricom PLC as a relationship manager, currently managing SMEs within the mountain region and Nairobi region. Um, mm, I am an holder of a master's degree from JKUAT University and an undergraduate from the Kenya Methodist University. The reason I took up this interest in applying for this job is because I wanted to see Kilifi or map up Kilifi with other counties through the ICT. As you all know that the world is revolving, the world is moving very fast and everything has been digitized. So my motivation for taking up this role was basically to level up Kilifi County with other counties through the chair. I don't know if I have gone through your question or I have skipped some parts. Yes, basically that's who I am. Mr. Chair.
Okay, Madam Lerin, what is your exact date of birth?
22nd November 1983.
22nd?
November 1983.
Your ID does not match the CV that is before me. Because I can see it referring to as January 22nd, January 1983.
Yes.
But in the CV, it is November.
Yes.
So which one do we go with?
Oh, my legal documentations goes by 22nd January, but it was an error. My actual date of birth is 22nd of November, although my legal documents have my date of birth as January of 22nd of January 1980.
What do you mean by your legal documents? Is an ID not a legal document?
Yes, it is a legal document which says.
What do you mean by legal document and the ID is not matching?
No, my legal document is a 90. Basically, it is the recognized legal documentation, which says 22nd of January 1983.
Okay, my contact is that maybe from the committee.
Yes.
What you're saying to me, you have documents which are legal and
Yes.
some which are not legal.
Not really.
So what do you mean by my legal document and
But the confirmation by my parents, I was born in November, 22nd of November. But through the acquiring of the documentations, it was an error which happened, and I think I've been able to go by that.
Okay. It being an error, just for a moment. It being an error, is there any document, attachment, like an affidavit that you attach to?
Not really, because
what you're saying?
not really, because the document that has 22nd of November is only the CD, which can be changed, which has been made by me. It's my personal document, which is not a legal document.
Madam Lerin,
Yes, sir.
this is a committee that relies on the information that you gave.
Yes.
So you terming a CV as a normal document, it is the same document that we use
Yes.
so that we can ascertain the person that we are really talking to.
Apologies through the chair. It's something that I can edit from my end. I can change from my end.
Madam Nominee, so the correct date of birth is 22nd November, right?
On the legal document should be the correct date. On the legal document, which is my identification card.
And normally, if there is a contradicting information, there are always procedures and ways to ascertain the same, which is through a certified affidavit.
Through the chair, I just tried to explain to you that the one on the CD is the one that was told by my parents. You may agree with me, some things really get stuck, and that is something that can be changed. The one on the my identification card is the dates that I've been going with on all my legal documents.
Okay, Madam Lenin, so why do you indicate the safe information instead of relaying the valid confirmed documentation, which is the ID? Why did you do so?
Mr. Chair, it was an error and I have apologies for that. It can be changed.
So I'll just pose this question if members were satisfied with the explanation so that we can proceed.
For me,
Yeah. Good idea. Following question. Madam Gordon?
Was it in regards to what had
Yeah.
I don't think we are
Through the chair,
Okay.
through the chair. Madam Lorraine, when you want to appear before the committee like this is a serious business. And I do believe that you had a good plan for yourself to verify each and every steps that you were to come to this committee. And now you are coming with different information. Were you really prepared of your documentation?
Through the chair, I said it's an error that occurred. If you agree with me, CV is a document that is kept in one's archive, and from time to time you keep on editing your CV, and errors might occur while you're editing or while you're printing. Some of these errors we call them typo errors, in a way that what you've presented may not be exactly what is on the legal document. Through the chair, I apologize and say that that was an error, a typing error.
Okay, you have.
Through the chair, I'm not satisfied because the information she has given us is that she has been told by the parent that this is the death that was wrong. You are not relying on those stories. You are just you are allowed to humanly swear. You have to say that okay, that is an error. I did it. I can correct it. But you have told the committee that this is the debt was given by the parents, and now we have another information.
I think the nominee has justified what she just explained, that this is not a typo, but a confirmed message from the parents, right? So if we disregard this as a typo from what you say, you mean that we have to disregard everything that you brought before us, that we might edit again?
Through the chair, what I meant is that it's an information that really stuck in your head, and sometimes when you're typing your documents, or where you've archived your documents, you might not edit or you might forget. And I apologize for that and say that I will correct accordingly.
Okay, any reservation from members?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Reverend, for coming for the interview. What I wanted to ask is, I believe this is not your first time to remit this CV. This is not the first place you have remitted this CV. Maybe you have remitted it somewhere else. If it's a typing error, when you did not notice earlier and rectified it, and you want to rectify it now because you have been stuck at this mistake. Thank you.
Through the chair, as I said, on the documents that are saved for one's consumption or for use in different sittings, one might forget, or one might not really have noticed an error within a particular document. And I have apologized for that.
Madam Honorable Felisa?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The question I wanted to ask, unfortunately, or fortunately, which my faith has already asked.
Thank you so much. So, honorable members, we presume that we shall go ahead with the vetting process. And before I ask any question, I'll allow the members to contribute. You can ask questions.
Yes. Madam
Very.
Levy, how long have you been here?
I beg your pardon, the chair.
How long have you been here?
Through the chair, I have visited this town severally, and currently I have had some interest within Kilifi. I have relatives who live here, so I have frequented the town in a number of occasions, and currently being lucky and working from an organization that allows the employees to work from home. I have been residing in Kilifi for, I would say, the last 6 or 8 months.
Another question. How well do you know Kilifi town? How well do you know?
Through the chair, I know Kilifi through its constituencies, of course, from the information that is provided from online or the information that is all over the world. I wouldn't say I know Kilifi really so much, but going by your question, I would say I know Kilifi from all the constituencies. I don't know if I've answered your question through the chair.
Can you at least tell me what's from you?
Okay. We have Tezo Ward in Kilifi North, we have Sokoni in Kilifi North, we have Chasimba in Kilifi South, we have Kayafungo in Kaloleni, we have Mariakani in Kaloleni, we have Adu Ward in Magarini, we have Shimolatewa in Kilifi South, we have Malindi Ward in Malindi, we have Dabaso in Kilifi North, and the 10, right? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, what are the current modes of communication that the county government is using to provide information to the general public, and what would you say are the ideal types of communication and technology that will offer a good coverage of the whole county?
Through the chair, the current communication modes in Kilifi currently is through telephone and social media. And to the general public, I think I've seen rather the county people transfers different locations or areas within the county. From where I sit, or from, if given an opportunity, from where I'll be sitting, I will enhance this communication to various spots. And this I mean that we will increase the number of accessibility, or rather the number of what we call them, like numbers that can be reached. And this, what we do is by ensuring that we have a representation of all the wards. If not possible within the wards, we can do by sub-counties, so that we have a number designated to that particular county or that particular sub-county, so that members of the public can be able to relay their communication directly to the county government. Thank you.
Maybe a follow-up on that one. You're saying you give a number,
Yes.
a telephone number. In each ward, or I don't know what you
Through the chair, this will again be guided by the numbers per sub-counties, the numbers per ward, and to ease communication so that all the members of the public are able to reach or to relay their pain points or their needs to the county government, we may decide to go per ward, we may decide to go per sub-county, we may decide to go per constituency, so that members of public are able to directly give their opinions or views or needs to the county government.
Is this service free? Through the chair, is this service you're talking about free?
Through the chair, we have numbers that are called toll-free numbers, and these numbers are applied by the organization. Yes, they are free numbers, they are called toll-free numbers, whereby members of public are able to call the designated point of needs or where they feel like they need to be serviced. Thank you, Through the chair.
Honorable Sophie.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome, Ms. Lee.
Thank you.
I have 3 questions. Can you kindly explain to this committee what is your understanding of ICT? Secondly, what is a resource center? Last but not least, how many resource centers do you think Kilifi County has? And if you know them, can you name a few? Thank you.
Through the chair, my understanding of ICT is enabling all the activities, all the operations within an organization, within an institution, so that the organization enables the users of the information or the users of service delivery to have the services or the information conveyed to the relevant people who need the information or who need the service. Through the chair, going by your first question. Currently, resource centers in Kilifi, we have one in Karoleni, we have a resource center in, through the chair, I apologize, I'm forgetting the exact location, but I am sure of one that is on, I think, Mariakani or Karoleni. Through the chair, a resource center is an app or a place where an information is relayed, or where becomes a source of information, and people can get it from within that hub. In short, we call it hub, which means communities or people or institutions can then get the information from within that hub. It is a digital platform.
Another member?
Thank you, Chair. Madam Pitema, I've gone through your documents, and you have indicated that one of your roles as Safaricom was to collaborate with country governments to provide solutions that are viable for their service delivery. Have you offered such services in Kilifi before? If not, which country have you, and what services?
Through the chair, I am currently managing the Nyeri County government and the county government of Laikipia, and some of the solutions that we have given them to be able to deliver services to their people. One of them we call Internet of Things. What Internet of Things means is that they are able to track the operations of their vehicles within the county, and they are able to know the performance of vehicles in terms of fuel usage, in terms of allocation to the staff, and in terms of where they are. In Laikipia County, we have been able to monitor the CES operations, which is one of the sources of the revenue within the county. So the Laikipia County government is able to track all the operations within the CES points and within the visual points for the revenue collection within the county. Through the chair.
Maybe follow up with the chair. You've spoken that in Nyeri there's something. Now here in Kilifi County, how will that help us, the Internet of Things? Because like where I come from, there is no electricity first and foremost, and I think there's a kabambe shared by maybe 2 to 3 women. And what strategies do you have for that kind of a society?
Through the chair, what I mean by Internet of Things, it's basically a SIM card that is inserted within a device, not necessarily an Android phone or whichever phone, or the small phone you're talking about. So it's a SIM card that is put in a vehicle, and it is motored from a central point. So from where I'm talking from, about women in the communities and women in the villages, a lot needs to be done. With your permission, a lot needs to be done so that these people are now trained and informed about now the digitalization that is taking place countrywide. One of the things that will agree with me is that training has to be done from the local societies, institutions, and the women we are talking about.
Through the chair.
Yes.
I think you have not answered me that. Have you ever offered these services here in Kilifi?
Through the chair, not really, not at the moment.
And why have you decided to apply in Kilifi rather than in Mount Kenya?
Through the chair, I am a Kenyan citizen, and I believe it's a constitutional right for anyone to apply for a job from anywhere within the country.
Follow-up question that have you been working as an ICT technician for about 2 to 3 years?
Through the chair, the organization I work with currently, Safaricom, is an ICT company. Through the chair, I'm currently working from home, and this has been enabled by the operations of the ICT. So I would say yes, I have worked for organization and I've worked in an ICT department.
But follow up, I'm still not happy with that answer, because you're saying you've been working from home. So trained to do a certain job, right? You've been trained to do this work by Safaricom.
Through the chair, when we talk about trainings, I've gone through so many trainings in terms of ICT, and they normally come in on weekly, on daily, on monthly, through the organizational internal structures.
At home.
Honorable Member, could we please just take a brief moment of the analysis? Thank you for that good gesture. Honorable Member, you can go ahead. Or, you are done with the question?
No, I think the nominee should, because when you are telling us about yourself, you didn't say that you work for ICT. You just said you are the head of department for this Eastern Broadcasting Corporation. So do you want to add more about yourself now?
Through the chair, from my introduction, I said I'm working for Safaricom PLC. And what I said is that Safaricom is a fully digitized organization whereby all the operations are digitized and people are able to access or are able to operate from within any locality within the country or within your own location. Through the chair, is what to say.
Okay, before, just 1 moment, let the vice chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you everyone for today. From a city,
Just keep it.
keep your follow. Let me ask some.
Just from the
From the municipality, and from where she was working on, like professional experience, she's more of a PR than an ICT. Now, my question to you is, because it maybe you knew ICT, but your experience you do not know. We are relying on the information of your parents. Now, how are you going to link fast your knowledge in PR public relations? Because you're saying now, accounting relationships manager for Safaricom, you did not say further. You just said that. How are you going to link this in the ICT work, which you need fast as a chief officer? I know maybe it's on a management level, but you see, supervising people, it needs you to have knowledge in that thing which you are supervising. That is one. The second thing is, I want to ask, you have been managing, you're saying over 500 SMEs in Safaricom. What you are doing? Why should you use 500 SMEs for a contractual job of only 5 years, and you are getting 500 SMEs who are solely depending on your name, and you are coming for a contractual job, which will, after 5 years. What motivates you to do this?
Through the chair.
Hold. Another question. What makes you think that you are the best person blessed to get this post as a chief officer in ICT and research? Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Through the chair, just to correct you that a job or a job offer is a personal interest, and what motivates me to take up this role is because it has direct contact, or it impacts people directly or societies directly from within the communities. Currently, I'm in sort of corporate organization. My motivation was that I wanted to work directly with the communities, not now from the corporate look of an organization. I don't know if I've answered your question. Then your other question was why I feel the best or competent for this role. It's because all the operations that I've undertaken in my past 5 years within my operations or within my capacities and where I work from or where I work is that it has been purely an ICT sort of business, and I feel this would be good enough if it was transferred to other counties or empower other counties and help people within that county to also grow in terms of digital transformation.
Okay, just a pop-up to that, because there is one question I think you not addressed. What makes you leave Giant Telecommunications for this job?
What makes me leave Giant Telecommunication is because I feel I have exhausted in terms of what I can offer there, and so much of my knowledge is underutilized within that of an organization because it's too huge. I want to bring now these skills and knowledge to the peoples and communities within Kilifi County.
And just to add on that, how would you say that your experience during working with Safaricom has helped improve the service delivery with your current employer? And how will that experience help the services of the country?
In terms of service delivery, from the SMEs that you've seen on my CV, some of them are health services. And what we do for them is to make the operations easier for them to operate, or in terms of reaching people, in terms of database, in terms of facilities that they have, and in terms of what they can give to their people. I feel this knowledge and skills can be now moved to the real people, or to the real Mwananchi that needs them. Through the chair, I got your question correct.
Through the chair.
Just 1 minute.
Madam Mayor, I feel an answer.
Yes.
Because if you say your knowledge is underutilized. For the whole 500 SMEs which are spread all over the country, and you were saying you want to utilize your knowledge to only Kilifi County. Are you genuine?
Through the chair, Safaricom is a multinational organization. I feel that if this experience, or this ICT skills, or this any other skills that we have is moved to the people within the regions, then we will have a direct impact to these people as compared to working for a corporate that is a multinational.
Mheshimiwa Waziri.
Maybe the follow question on you said that now you're working from home.
Yes.
Working from home, and you're a SME account relationship manager.
Yes.
So in your CV, you indicated that in your current education, you are educating stakeholders on all the products that you offer. Also, you are ensuring achievement of certain skills. So how do you do this? How do you achieve this when you work from home?
Through the chair, thank you for your question. Organizations have set targets for the employees. And what normally happens is that the targets are done, the setting of the targets are done online. You're informed and you're requested to do this setting of your targets through online. I am empowered by the organization I'm working for in terms of internet connectivity, in terms of airtime, in terms of gadgets that I work with. Now, what we mean by set targets and NPS, NPS is one of key performance indicators for Safaricom. And what this basically means is that I'm able to meet the needs of all these corporates through the NPS. So all this information is relayed through an app that is set from my machine, from where I sit from where I work, and this information my manager or the person I report to is able to see this and is able to be tracked by the chief corporate officer within Safaricom.
So do you enjoy your work?
Yes, I do.
From home?
Yes, I do.
So what will happen if you have now given the chance of the job is that?
Through the chair.
From home?
Through the chair, interests keep changing. It cannot be a comfort zone that I'm working from home. So starting people from other locations or from offices or from other locations would be an interest for me.
Thank you. Thank you. Going through the chair. You said you've been in Kilifi for the last 8 months. Have you ever, by any chance, involved in any political activities?
Through the chair, not really, but through part of my consultancy work that I do, I happen to have met a few of politicians, not necessarily here, but through I normally do consultancy as part-time job. So I happen to consult for strategic management during the campaign period. That is the period that when I was in Kilifi.
For which candidates in Kilifi?
I consulted for Kilifi South, Member of Parliament.
No problem.
Yes.
Kilifi South.
Okay. Mheshimiwa, are you trying to ask a question on a conflict of interest?
Yes, no, it's not conflict.
Not really. I just wanted to confirm from the nominee whether you are in active campaign during now that you are here in the campaign period?
Through the chair.
You came to Kilifi in that campaign period.
Through the chair, not really. If I had any conflict of interest, I would have cleared, first of all. So if I do consultancy, it means it's personal sort of arrangement. I've never been involved in active political campaigns.
And you said that you are not working in Kilifi.
Sorry?
You are not, you came here for 8 months for politics.
Not really. Through the chair, I said I work from home. I have relatives here where I can sit and work comfortably. So when I meant I was in Kilifi, it meant I worked sitting in Kilifi, from Kilifi, not really in political endeavors.
Is this through the is this nomination a reward in any way? Because you said you also have a consultancy firm that was consulting for the Member of Parliament. And did the Member of Parliament succeed?
Through the chair, no.
The Member of Parliament did not succeed?
No.
So can we assume maybe you're being rewarded in any way for helping?
Through the chair, no. I've never participated in active political arrangements within the county or within the county arrangements. What I did was part-time consultation, personal consultation, that would give me then an extra income.
I think the chair, I'm not satisfied because she said she was consulting for Member of Parliament. Now, you know you're under oath, and then now you're saying you are not consulting again. Which is which?
Through the chair, I did not say I'm not consulting.
How did you answer my fellow colleague?
That's
what you said.
Through the chair, if I remember my statement, I said that I sat in Kilifi working from home and doing my personal consultancies, not for the interest of the county government of Kilifi whatsoever.
Madam Norini, on that I think I got you right.
Yes.
That you do consultancy and you once consulted for a member of parliament.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what Mheshimiwa is trying to say is a conflicting message from what you told me that you are doing. And conflicting now saying that you never want
through the chair, not any member that is in the county government.
Okay, I will get follow-up question. Again, Madam Nerine, I think you are confusing this committee. Because initially, when you were telling us about yourself, you told this committee that you don't reside in Kilifi. You only have relatives here. Right?
Through the chair, not really. When I began my conversation, I said I have personal interest in Kilifi. And I said, currently I am working from Kilifi. Oh, did I get your question right? Did I get your question right?
I think you're confusing.
You are confusing us.
No, through the chair, I said I have personal interest in Kilifi because I am currently in Kilifi. I am sitting in Kilifi currently and still working for the organization that I work for. I have not gotten any advancement or any opportunity to work for the people of Kilifi or the county.
I was just quoting what you through the chair. I was just quoting what you told us because those are not that you are not, you don't reside in Kilifi. You only know
You've been here for 8 months.
You've been here for only 8 months. You only have relatives in Kilifi. That's what you told us.
Yes.
So I was even wondering the home you are working with, that home.
Let me get this in order. Mheshimiwa Kalama.
In this honorable committee, we commend you and the Assembly approves you as the Chief of Staff of ICT. In your capacity, what plans do you have to increasing revenue collection in this insurance?
Through the chair, will work with 4 work plans, and one of them would be infrastructure and connectivity. One of the collection points for the county government is through the cess, through the parking, and through the tax collection. Through the chair, given the opportunity as a chief officer, and of course through the approval of you as the honorable members, I will ensure that the infrastructure at the strategic cess points are monitored from a central place, so that we do not have gaps for losing revenues in those locations where we have cess and where we have way bridges, because those are most of the revenue incomes for the county, and if we lose or we have gaps that are losing revenues, then we might not deliver in terms of revenue collection. So one of the key things that I will do is to ensure that infrastructure is set up and those cess points are monitored, including the way bridges.
What do you mean by infrastructure?
Infrastructure is the ICT thing now, the digital transformation in terms of tracking from the point of distribution to the point of revenue collection in all those points.
Another question on that. There is a technological term used in ICT. Can you define the word automation?
Through the chair, automation means that any activity or the service that is being delivered is done through a platform that now makes that operation automatic, or rather moving from the manual to the digital platform. That is what we call automation.
Thank you so much. There is 4 ways that you have explained that you're going to. So I think it's going to be much better if you can expound on the 3 others. You say, you first say about infrastructure, then what are the other 3?
Through the chair, because he was very particular on the revenue collection, the other 4 ways for me would be public service delivery, and this includes databases for the health centers and facilities and records for patients. And then the other thing would be, and of course, through interdepartmental collaboration. This is what I meant. The other thing would be human resource and workforce. This needs to be automated so that we are able now to track the number of human resources that we have in the workforce. Then the other thing would be environment and legal issues. We have very many issues in terms of when we go to land registry, whereby people are not able to track their documents, their titles. So if all these things are automated, then I think Kilifi would be a milestone ahead.
Thank you so much. Any other member?
Having a follow-up question. As far as you know that Kilifi is, most of the parents are poor, and we have the CBC education which is on. Most of the time these students, they are given, or learners are given some activities to go home and do. It's homework or assignment that they call activities. Most of them, they are digital. They have their digital phones for them to do as the homework at home. And most of these learners don't have their smartphones. So how are you going to chip in your plans to see that learners are going to be part of this ICT and research and achieve
through the chair, one of the advice that I will give to the county government or to the department within from where I'll be working from is to set up a Wi-Fi location point, whereby now this can be a resource center for the children, because now if we said we are going to empower each and every family, it might be a bit costly. as compared to having a Wi-Fi location, whether it is per sub-county, whether it is per constituency, and you agree with me that if we had Wi-Fi locations within those points, the CBC would be a bit easier to be effected within the schools.
I'm not that sad because we are talking
you will advise, you will not do, you will advise.
Through the chair, advice will come again now with approvals of budgets that are located within the department. So giving an advice and being empowered to do the job now goes hand in hand. So if empowered, I will have those Wi-Fi locations for schools, and as she was talking about empowerment hubs, then we can have our children get access to free Wi-Fi from certain location points within the county government.
Oh, thank you so much, Madam. And just a point of clarification, no one in this committee is just a way for the committee to understand.
Thank you, Chair.
I've seen Mheshimiwa C.
Thank you. Maybe my question is since you're looking for this position for a chief of staff, you'll be an accounting officer, right? So what is contained in the county budget, review and approve?
Through the chair, the last part of your question.
What is contained in the county budget review and outlook paper?
Outlook paper, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The county budget review has the formulation that is done by the county executive committee members, which now they give for implementation, or sorry, not implementation, approval to the county assembly. Then we go to from approval we go to implementation, then audit. From my understanding of the county budget review, basically contains all these four: the formulation, the approval, the implementation, and the audit bit of it. Through the chair.
Okay, thank you so much. Honorable Zin. Honorable Zin.
I didn't even understand that.
You just comment before you proceed.
I didn't understand how.
Could the nominee please expound so that the auditee can understand?
I spoke about formulation, and I spoke about approval, whereby formulation is done by the county executive committee members, and then it is given to the county assembly for approvals. Then it goes back for implementation again to the designated department, and then there is the auditing bit of it.
I don't know about the budget. I'm asking you about the budget review and outlook paper.
Through the chair, the budget review might contain the needs or the projects within the department where
just for clarification process.
Yes.
I don't know if you are aware of what you are saying, but the county budget review and outlook paper, this is prepared by the treasury. So it's actually different from the budget process. So this is a paper from the treasury. So if you could stick to that so that the members will have a good understanding.
Okay. Through the chair, the treasury might have the allocated budgets within the department, whereby now the chief officer then proposes projects that they wish to deliver. Then the budgets now goes to the county assembly for approvals. Then again back to the chief officer and the CC member for implementation. Then again it goes back to the county, to the treasury for audits, because the audits are done by the treasury.
Okay, but literally, it's literally different from the whole perspective of the paper. Because the budget outlook of the county, this is just like a guidance. And from what you are entailing, it's a process. So I'll just take another question from me. Just one moment, Mr. President.
Through the chair, mimi si mkazi wa Kilifi, sijazaliwa Kilifi. Through the chair,
just let me guide you.
Yes.
Mkazi na mzaliwa ni moja tofauti.
Yes.
Mzaliwa is man. Mkazi ama makazi ni mkazi is a resident.
Yes.
So you wanted to know because you had stated earlier 8 months. So where do you stay?
In a relative's homestead.
Okay.
Through the chair.
Thank you. Another question. Do you prefer managing people or technology?
Through the chair, if you allow me to just put this clear, is that technology and people goes hands in hand. You cannot have a clear line that separates technology from people. So you cannot say I prefer managing people and then leave out the technology bit of it. So these two things go hand in hand through the chair.
Go on.
So, in your opinion, madam, how do you think you can improve the lives of the residents of Kilifi through the technology?
Through the chair, some of the things that I said I will do is to ensure that the gaps for revenue collections are closed.
Hello?
Through the chair, I said some of the things that I will do for Kilifi County is to ensure that gaps that are linked to revenues that go outside and are supposed to come within the county are closed. And this will be done by automation of things like incest points. If I do this, I'll be increasing revenues, which will trickle down to the people of Kilifi. Other things that I will be looking at doing is providing Wi-Fi location points and whereby people are able to then tap into the knowledge of ICT from those location points.
Okay. Honorable Teresa, is it a follow-up question?
No, it's just a very simple question.
Okay.
I just want to know, if in case you are offered this job, how are you going to work with this committee? Just the way if one is left, you got married, your husband will expect good relationship, good food. So what about this committee?
Through the chair, I will seek to have a mutual understanding between I, as the chief officer, and the committee members in terms of guidance, in terms of budget approvals, in terms of expectations, because from my understanding is that you represent people from the wards. You represent your people, and these people will at one way or another need these services, the ICT services. So from a personal now, as you as the visitor member of County Assembly, you can approach me in terms of services that you want that for your people. This is now again, as I said, mutual relationship.
Okay. You still have a question, Mr.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Not really, but
A follow-up.
clarification from Jenny. Your current salary, you're currently earning according to your the wage reform. Your monthly salary is 1.2 million. True?
To the chair, beg your pardon?
I think your current salary, what you earn now, plus the bonus in there, is 1.2 million. Maybe by any chance, would you have done a research on how much each officer you pay?
Through the chair, for me, it would mean 150 or 100,000, but what really motivates me as a person is not what I earn as a salary, but what I give to people directly.
But already where you are, you are offering service to the people.
Yes,
and
I
you are
am.
running a good salary of 1.2 million. I think the governor is giving about what the government is earning. So, it's the president. So, no, I've never done media. How will you cope? Because I understand your lifestyle matches what you are earning. So what will happen now when you are given this opportunity? I don't think of that. Okay, and we give you 150.
Honorable Member, kindly be brief to the question and refreshing. What the Honorable Member wants to understand is you abandoning a lifestyle of 1,200,000 monthly to a lifestyle of 150,000. How are you going to do that?
Through the chair, if I take back that question to you, I don't know which document you're reading from per month.
You feel yourself.
We are on sources of income.
The waiting form. You
Yes.
feel.
Yes, I
You
feel.
won't fill this form.
Yes.
And this is your handwriting.
Yeah, just go back. Just go back. Yes,
Some people.
it is. We just go back to where you're reading from, so that we can work together.
Source of income.
Source of
Source of
income.
income. Number one.
Yes.
Maybe I read.
Yes, please read.
Number one, salary from Safaricom plus bonuses, 1,200,000. Sale of property, 4,500,000. Stock of dividends, 200,000. And maybe your net worth, maybe you just want to do a honorable committee. You break down for us because the net worth is 50 million. We just take the 50 million and we just invested more. What does it entail?
Through the chair, I beg to take you back to that. The 1.2 million, I'm not so sure it is indicated per month. If you could just read it for right.
It's indicated here. Salary from Safaricom.
Could it be a typo?
Not typo. Is it written per month or per year or per?
No. I think I'm not, or maybe, yes.
It's not written per month, right?
It's
Is it
written.
written per month?
Calendar years.
Salary.
Calendar years.
Calendar year. It's not per month. It's calendar year. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not per month.
Okay, any other honorable member who has a question? Any other honorable member?
Thank you, Chair. Madam Nominee, I wanted to know how this ICT will be helping the youth in the village. What strategy will you take so that the youth in the village, the school dropouts, young mothers who have dropped from school, and and those border boys who are mostly from schools and university level. They are there in the village. They have nothing to do. They are just eating mogoka, smoking band. They have nothing to do. How will your department help these boys in the village?
Through the chair, thank you very much for your question. And one of the things that makes these people get into these problems like early pregnancies and the mbuka, you're calling it, is being idle and not being capacitated to access the services that other people are accessing in urban centers. And one of the things, and I've really insisted on it, is the free Wi-Fi zones. This means that people will be able to move then to those zones and will be able, through their phones, access the free Wi-Fi given by the county government, as opposed to buying data bundles, or these young girls being cheated by people to buy them data bundles because they are not, they cannot afford them. They'll be trapped to get into early pregnancy. So what these free Wi-Fi zones will do is it will empower those people, number one, and number two, it will keep them busy from engaging into these activities that are not very good for them.
Okay.
Maybe the way you are saying this, will it be viable in the whole Kilifi County? What you are saying is good, but is it doable?
Through the chair now, depending on the budget that is allocated, now we might need to minimize the number of Wi-Fi locations. Wi-Fi zones it's possible, it's doable, it has been done in other counties and in other places. What is left now for us to consider is the allocation of budgets, what we have now, so that we can know the number of those free Wi-Fi zones that we will be then again required to have.
Thank you so much, Madam Nomini. And I'd just like to have two questions to you. This will be short, precise, in the matters of current affairs of the community. So one, if you are aware of any acts enacted by the County Assembly of Kilifi in relation to the department you have been nominated, are you aware of any act? If yes, which one?
Through the chair, not at the moment. I am not aware of any act under the ICT in Kilifi County.
And my other question is, the government is now operating under scarce resources. Having worked with Safaricom and partnership, will you come up, having worked with Safaricom, what partnership will you come up with to enhance collaboration in communication with the county?
Through the chair, I will seek to work with stakeholders, both within Kilifi County and within the national government, if given an opportunity, so that we are able now to enhance the budget that is given to us. And stakeholders would mean partners that are willing to invest in Kilifi in terms of communication and ICT, so that we are able to tap then again into this resource that is scarce within Kilifi, and then be able to empower our people. Through the chair.
Thank you so much. Okay, before I summarize, this will be my last question. Are you aware of the recently launched free hotspots in Kilifi and Malindi town by the government?
Through the chair, no, I'm not aware.
And do you think it will be sustainable, and how does it improve government services?
Through the chair, sustainability of free Wi-Fi location, in particular the one you have mentioned about Malindi, yes, it is sustainable. And the sustainability does not entirely depend on the county government. It depends on other partners. Now, again, how we approach these partners to contribute into these locations or partnership is now what matters, and a task that I will be willing to take up and ensure that we have partners that are able to then support us in delivering this.
Okay, thank you so much. Having no any other question, I would wish to thank you for coming. And above all, I would just ask you to have any submission you can make to the committee. You can go ahead.
Through the chair, I really appreciate this opportunity, and it was really an engaging time that I've had with you, and it's good that I've been able to meet the committee that now, if given the opportunities that I'll be working with. Thank you everyone, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much and, for your time. You've told us so much about you, and much is not contained in the speech. So in your words, would you like the committee to rely on the CV of the state worker?
The said word, the CV, I would request you to feel free to interact with me at any given point, whether from the official sitting or from wherever. Feel free to reach me if given the opportunity.
Thank you so much, and have a nice evening. Starting the time.
Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to partnering with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.